What's good, people? Just gonna drop a little bit of frustration off in the video. Yeah, it's dark outside, smoking a cigarette. Might hear some crickets.
Babe, you're gonna go live with your mom.
No, I'm not live. I'm just recording before I forget really what I was thinking or get too far gone in thought and forget where I started. But, I know a lot of people are probably, pretty much tired of all this bickering between Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, or fucking just trying to stress the fact that life itself in general matters. If you can't take the notion to respect and value life to begin with, and you have to abuse race or use your race in any fashion or manner to feel superior or gain superiority, you might be a racist. But I'm pretty sure a lot of us are probably really tired of the shit, and the only way that you're really going to be able to fight this narrative is we have to collectively get together. Just people in general. I'm not looking for political affiliation, because that's just, it's another means for separation. It helps divide to gain control. And until you can destroy, well, I'm not going to say destroy. I don't want to come off as an anarchist or anything like that. But until you can break down some of these constructs that were created in the form to sow division, regardless of, what steps they take to create the division, it's still the fact of divide to conquer, and that really gives them petty issues of leadership that they can try to garnish to control the public masses. That's why you have all this crazy shit coming out trying to, identify or classify your gender, your race, your political leanings, your thinkings, if you're a Marxist, a communist, a socialist, a capitalist, a nationalist. I mean, there's so many figures and titles that are really used to, divide us in a whole. And usually the ones that are preaching it are the ones that have the power for it. So, but the only way that we're really going to break down any of this construct that has been created by, media, I mean, how much do you hear them really promoting good news or even reporting good news? Because you don't get the reaction out of good news that you do out of bad news. They know that whenever you're stressed or something triggers you to the effect of that emotional standard, the chemical reactions in your brain and how you react to it, that's what they're banking on. They get paid off of your fear, basically. The more fear and division that they can cause, the more bullshit that they can create stories, and it's basically, we're living in a media fantasy land. Yes, there's racists, no fucking shit. Don't even try to go with, well, you ain't gonna talk about the race. Yes, and every fucking race is a racist. Every race. So don't sit there and try to say that people aren't. I mean, whenever they're saying that America's such a disgrace to the global, I guess you could say, the global other powers, we're the most diverse. And I would say, look at all the other countries around you. I mean, we have so many races, nationalities that serve in power in our country. And not just Congress, but the Senate. We've also had I know a lot of people want to say he wasn't black because he's half white, half black. It doesn't fucking matter, yo. Doesn't matter. You got more important shit in life to worry about in such a short fucking time frame to give a flying fuck about what anybody's damn skin color is. Or any of these other things that people want to identify as. So, when you can break the confines and the chains that you've got in your mind that these media outlets have created, and you can start respecting others, because it takes respect to get respect. You know, if you think about it yourself. If somebody come up to you and, you know, treated you like shit, hell no, you wouldn't. So you really need to treat others as you want to be treated. And yes, people go, well, what about Donald Trump? What the fuck about him? I mean, what you see is what you get. I mean, you want to call him a bully? Cool, call him a bully. But, I mean, it takes something to create a bully. Okay? You know, it's the same thing with racism. You are not born racist. I don't give a damn what nobody says. The shit is taught, or it is formed through prejudice because of altercations throughout one's life. So, and racist really was just a term that was created to really divide America. Go look how old the word racist is and what its implications and directions are aimed at, and the origin of the word itself. Okay, so if we really want to break it down, we all have prejudice. And prejudice is created and formed throughout the altercations and interactions between one another in our lifetimes. So, but do we, or no, not let's say it like that. But yes, we do have races that try to, or groups or people that just want to identify with themselves to feel like they're superior than one another. But we're not all created equal. I mean, we're not all the same. We're not all the same height. We're not all the same weight. We're not all the same muscle mass build, you know. Women aren't all created the same either. I mean, some women enjoy that they've got a large breast and some don't. Some wish they didn't have them. Some wish they did. You know, it's... You've got to learn to love yourself as well. I guess that's what I'm really getting at. There's so much manipulation within the entertainment industry, Hollywood, the music industry. You know, the music industry is really one of the largest factors that I could probably say is affecting the black culture. There's a lot of things that you could say that racial stereotypes have probably created and formed within the black community. You know, maybe like the cocaine and shit like that. But, I mean, the Democrats like Lyndon B. Johnson helped create the environment for it. You know, I mean, the welfare state, the destruction of the black family. I mean, if you really want to go down to it, I was watching a documentary about, you know, like the Charlottesville protest, you know, and it was kind of funny that, you know, they had, you know, footage of before during, and after. And a lot of the Charlottesville thing is just one of the others media's, I guess you could say, manipulated attacks against the public. It's all created to run off of what you're feeling. And if they can create that emotional outlash from the public, because, people are kind of tired of it. We're all tired of this racial bullshit between each other. And we really need to start identifying a lot of the key factors that affect our life, and taking some accountability to our own actions and decisions that we make. I feel like we all want change. We all want what's better for this country. But we have to stop the inner fighting between one another in this country. Because at the end of the day, we're all Americans. My thought against the terms like African American, Asian American, Mexican American, those basic terms, we kind of need to do away with them for people who are, born in this country. If you were black and you were born in America, I wouldn't want to consider you as an African American. You didn't come from Africa and gain citizenship. So therefore, the title African American. You were born in this country, so therefore, your title should be American. I could understand, maybe if you're doing study charts and you want to see, like, what's with the white community, the black community, Hispanic community, cool. Study charts, those are cool. But as far as those titles, if you're born in America, you're an American. There is no racial identity about being American, except for as classified an immigrant coming over, doing what they had to do to get their shit legal to become a citizen. And for America to be so bad, people die trying to come to this country. People die protecting this country. So there's a lot of freedoms that we should enjoy, cherish, and honor. And a lot of the amendments that are placed out in our country should be honored and upheld. As well as the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and also another thing that I kind of see with this generation and these, these SJWs and shit like that. Y'all are a bunch of fucking posers, dude. It's like y'all are running around just stealing the valor from all the real, true civil rights leaders of the past. Y'all are so bored with your lives and don't know what to do with yourselves that you're basically stealing history to create your own. And it's really fucked up. And then another thing is the media is running around just, making millions of fucking dollars. They're profiting off of the suffrage from the black community. These people are making money from watching y'all kill each other in y'all's own neighborhoods. They do studies to find out what triggers you the most. And then the music industry says this is what you need to rap and sing about. So what is it? So you got like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion when they made that song WAP. I'm not even going to announce it. But it's basically, you're grooming the little girls to become like that whenever later on, because the family structure is not there. And for a lot of people's family, it's breaking down. It's not just the black community that's having the issue. It's just all communities. Because people's lives are so fast-paced that, I mean, it's not even like it's really structured to be able to have a family. Because both parents really got to work. It's not like back in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s where the mother could be at home to be the nurturing figure and there for the family, and the father would be the breadwinner. No, you had these SJWs come through and just fuck shit up again. So, and you destroy the structure. That's not the fact that the mother stayed at home and the father would be the breadwinner. You destroyed the structure of the family. You wanted to make the woman seem like super independent, which is cool. But you also got to be accepting of a father figure staying at home to raise the children as well. That's called equality. But that's not what they did. They destroyed it. So now you've created it to where both members of the family have to damn near work full time just to survive and be together amongst themselves. The basic lowest point of income. So, I mean, it's a lot of restructuring needs to happen in this country. Because it's really an economical force. Because a lot of the school systems in our country do not have the same privileges that a bunch of the inner city schools do. The inner city schools get to see and interact with a lot more technology than a lot of these country bumpkins that a lot of people want to pick on and talk about how stupid they are. And the reason is because they don't get the education that y'all do. They don't get the interaction to the technologies that y'all do. So it's kind of upsetting when people that really don't even get the interactions to some of these educational programs that live way out in the fucking boondocks that a lot of the inner city youth get to deal with. And y'all are wasting y'all's opportunities. Because you're so enslaved to the mentality thinking. It's the emotion. And they've even preached about it. Feelings before facts, or emotions before facts. Something like that. Something to that effect. Because if you start looking at the facts and then start destroying the objective reality that's created for the emotions, you'll never win. We'll sit here and kill ourselves. And that's basically what these other countries kind of want. You think China's on our side? Fuck no. Hell no. You think Russia's on our side? Fuck no. Hell no. And just think about it. The left want us to go to war with Russia. Yeah, I'm thinking about that right, yeah. The left would want us to go to war with Russia, and the right would want us to go to war with China. You know, Russia and China are buddies. You think they give a shit? They're over there laughing about it. They're probably over there working with each other to figure out what the fuck that they could do to affect it.
You know what, you're going to piss me off in there with that phone.
So, but I'm going to leave it right there before I get too deep.